welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on PS4 with me, Schaefer D. We're on Lazy Acres Farm and we're on episode 4. In this episode, we will be looking at planting and discussing a little secret. So, we're on episode 4. Now, we're gonna start planting our fields. Let's just make sure. Let me just go out here so that it's a bit more quiet. Sorry guys. Okay, all those with a white degree Celsius is what we can plant at the moment. So I'm gonna plant wheat and barley so long. The reason for planting that is for our animals. So we'll get that cracking. And then soya beans, we must still wait for the ground temp to come up. So let's get that going. Now it's a little dark. We're in mid-spring now. Let's open that cover. The reason why you see that I only have seeds in there is I've recently planted. I did a contract job, then I removed the fertilizer so that I just plant. Otherwise you'll put fertilizer down, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. I think I might be a little... Please tell me I can fall from here. Why? Well, let's check what's happening here. It should give me an option to fill the fertilizer. Ah, that's why. Sorry. I've left my fertilizer, solid and liquid fertilizer, in this unit here. This I will be using for my liquids, and that one that we tried now is purely gonna be for crops for now. Shall we start filling? Why can't I fill? I need my fertilizer. That's so weird. I did put the fertilizer in here. Wait, let's close that up. Clearly it doesn't want to fill the fertilizer now. Okay. I'm not going to struggle with that now. I know the other planter that we're going to use for the wheat, I can put fertilizer in. I'm pretty sure I can. There we go. Okay, as you can see, currently we're on a job. We're planting potatoes for a fellow farmer, for a neighbor. Check if there's traffic. Okay, so this field here, as you can see, I've already done the lime and manure. So now I'm going to put down the seed together with fertilizer at the same time. I'm going to seed it and fertilize it at the same time. I just want to pause here, unfold this so long. We're going to use our big planter to plant the wheat and the soya. Once the soya beans ground temp comes up, that field. Okay, so this is barley. It should turn green on the mini-map as we put the fertilizer down together with our seed. This field also, as I can show you here. Where did I do that? I'm in the wrong menu, that's why. Sorry. Okay, as you can see here, I've done the soil samples. I've done the pH, which is the lime, and I've done the nitrogen, which is the manure, the first state of manure. Now as I plant now, it's putting down the second state of fertilizer. So while that's cracking on, I need to get my equipment washed. By the way, let's start planting the wheat as well. Let's use this big boy. Switch on lights. It's still very early in the morning. I had to go and sleep. These vehicles are so loud. I'll check now. The first cover I think is for seed. We'll check now as we plonk along here. I'll turn this around, put that under the spout and see if it will fill us up. Hopefully I'm not used to this. Okay, that's your seed tank. Next cover should be our fertilizer tank. There we go. Okay, then we close that up and we select wheat like that. Luckily we're right here. So unfold this big boy. I just want to travel with this tractor to see if it goes all the way to the end of the field or if I must guide it. We're just waiting for that to unfold quickly. This plants at I think 18 meters. The same with this field applies. I've done the lime, I've done the manure. We're putting down the wheat together with the nitro or the fertilizer state now. It should turn green on the minimap, hopefully. Yes, it does. So while that's, oh sorry, wrong one. This one is cracking on nicely, it looks like. I need to check both tractors if they run up to the end of the field. It's 11 degrees now. Today we should go up 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock we should be able to plant the soya. Then the temperature looks like it's going to be at a point where it will be happy. Okay, there's our potato planter still buzzing on. Let's see if this bad boy, see, there's a problem. So we'll have to do the headlands. Oh, I turned a little sharp in there. Let's do a 2-row headland quickly to ensure it does turn around where it needs to. I love this planter. Just need to see if I look on this map, that's field 4 which is coming along. It's covering all the parts there. As you can see here, I'm running right through. There I'm running through as well. Depending on your soil type, as you'll see, there's a little bit darker green there. As you can see, we on sandy loam and loam. In sandy loam it requires a little bit less. As it goes to the loam, you'll see it will turn darker green. So our money is coming up slowly and I'm using a bit for the planting of the contract, but we'll push that up as soon as we get to a point where, okay, we've done our crops, Our animals are looked after, so that's a huge bonus. Let me show you the animals quickly. Our animals is 57 at the moment, everything is still fine there. And the sheep as well, 71 still. If we go over, does not show anything in next animal in, so it's not prolific at the moment, but it's because they're still young. We'll get the sheep going. The chickens, there's one next animal in 0.1 years, so we'll get chickens very shortly. The soya beans, I've only done the soil sample and applied the lime. We're going to plant that without putting any fertilizer application. No manure, no fertilizer. We'll remove the fertilizer out of the planter. Okay, let's turn this around. We'll remove the fertilizer out of the planter and just put seeds in the field. Okay, there's no cars coming at the moment. So at least we'll have enough crop for our animals. I just want to see if it's going to turn around at the end now again. I'm aware that the tractor is a bit too small for pulling this planter. I am saving up. As we carry along, I want to buy the big bud just for this planter. I might be buying a Case IH, a quad track. We'll just see what we're going to do when we get to that point. I'll rather suggest buying a quad track, the Case IH, because it's a universal vehicle that we can use on the farm for now. Please do tell me you don't need headlands. Oh golly, that's so nice. Okay, it turns it out on its own. Here comes the train, hopefully it doesn't take out our planter. No, we'll make it. So we're good for now. The nitrogen level is showing it's nice. I'm happy with that arrangement. So if we climb out now, you'll see here, when we look at the field, the bottom right corner, it shows pH value perfect, nitrogen perfect. So that is perfect, the way we want it. That's our potato planter. Sorry for skipping like this, guys. Okay, this is our wheat. Where's our other planter now? Oh, here's it. Sorry, guys. No. Okay, if we look at this field, it shows it's okay. It will turn perfect because that's freshly planted. As we move over, you'll see it takes a few seconds to change. So you'll see it go to perfect now. So we are good. We are good with the planting. We're not doing too bad. As soon as that ground temp comes up, we're going to be eating the soybeans. I did not put any fertilizer down like I just said. As far as I know, the soybean seed itself contains a lot of nitrogen within the seed. As it grows, it gives off nitrogen to the ground, to your field. So you only apply lime. I'm only going to apply lime, plant the soybean and see what happens. It should give it off its own nitrogen level to help the plant grow. As you'll see now on my mini-map, or on this map, you'll see there's like a darker green there and a darker green there. It's because when I flip over to this screen, you'll see that's where the soil type is changing. As you can see there, it's the same graph, and there's your nitrogen levels. Planting's going good. This one, yo, as soon as we put down our soybean, I'm going to leave it like that. The nitrogen level, it requires a lot of nitrogen. It's 0, as you can see. If you look at the right hand side of the screen, the index, by filters, it will show you nitrogen is 0 at the moment. Some places it goes like 20 or 40. I'm just going to put the seed in and see what happens. As far as I know, soybeans do not require any nitrogen or fertilizer. I just need that ground temp to bounce up to 15 so that we can get that done. And then on the next episode, we'll be looking at mowing grass. I need grass for my animal feed, for our sheep, and then I'm just going to keep a certain percentage of grass in the silo, maybe 1 or 2 loads. Then I will also fill up our bunker silo with a substantial amount of grass, and then we might just look at tedding some grass so that we can get hay from it. We will windrow it and do what needs to be done. Now, one thing I've realized, let me show you guys what I've seen. If we look at our unit here, we just scroll over. Okay, there's our windrower. Our tether can go 13 meters, which is not too bad because I don't need a wide tether, because you just pull it behind the tractor as you mow, it will do its thing. Now with the self-propelled mower, we'll see what we're going to use there. But if we look at this, our windrower, this is a 9.1 meter and it's 87, you can say 88,000 bucks. So 88,000 bucks and it's 9.1 meter. So 9.1 meter, 88,000. If I go over here, this is a 19 meter for 74. So I'm gonna sell that one that we've got, which is 9.1 meter, and buy that one. That one is 74k for a 19 meter, and that one is 88k. So we make back a little bit money and buy a better windrower, a wider one, which is much better for me. Makes it easier, you save money, and you get a better product. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. We basically sell that one, which we've never used before, it's still brand new. Sell that one, get rid of that one. It contributes a little bit more money to our bank account, and we get a better unit. On here, as you can see, I don't have any loans yet. Let me put it like that. So now we will have wheat. We'll pull straw from the wheat. We've got barley, where we'll also pull straw from the barley for the animals. So the straw we're going to use for the animals, the barley. So we've got straw, which we're going to use as bedding for the animals, or even Tim, or I'll see what I'm going to do. Then we've got barley and we've got wheat, which is a good thing. Then I'm going to be doing the grass. With the grass, I'm going to pull grass, keep some of it as feed for the sheep. Then I'm going to make hay as well. I might as well make hay. And then I'll also do silage as well. It's a good combination. Now, I don't know why. My planters, I'm gonna show you here now quickly. Oh goodness. Let me get out of the way of that unit. My planters, my cultivators, my plow, all of them do it. Where is this? Okay, there's across like that. Okay, if I come back like this, you'll see it skipped this part here. Every now and then, there's some places here that it will, especially there where it's now, from there going up that way. If we look at our map, the way it's planting, you'll see it misses a few spots. You can't actually see it on here, but as of here, you'll see it's gonna miss that spot there now. Then it will miss another spot, then it will miss another. It will carry on missing like that until the end. Now, I don't know why it's doing that, so I'll just run it another row over that way. How many percent are we here? This one is carrying on. It takes a bit of time. We've got this sprayer, which I think I'll use for contracts only. I'm just waiting for this guy to finish up. Once he's done, while the other one is planting, I'm going to take all the equipment one by one and get everything washed quickly. I'm looking forward to the grass. If I can mow the grass, as I can show you on this map here. Where is it now? Am I on the right map now? Yes, I'm sorry for that. If we go down to the grass, it's right at the bottom now. As you can see, we're in mid-spring, which is the second column, the red line. I can't harvest yet. Only when it goes the next day, which is late spring, then we can cut or mow the grass. So it's one day to go, but we'll get everything done. I can't wait to get the soya beans in and to get the grass going. Then we have to wait for these things to grow. There's so much to do. And also, once we've got our TMR and everything we need, I'm going to buy cows. I'll also buy pigs by then. Because there's something I want to show you guys. I've figured out a way on any map that you can use equipment from the mod up or in-game base equipment to create your own semi-automated feeding system. Example, your cows, you can feed them as you would like to do it, but what I do is I use my system and I fill up the system maybe once a week. The rest of the time the system feeds the cows the whole time, keeps their food full, the straw, everything. The only thing you need to put in is water. I know there is the water pump, but when it comes to the feeding of your animals, I've figured out a way that you put a few things together and it semi-automatically feeds your animals. You still have to feed a certain item or fill a certain item, and that will feed your cows for, or your sheep or whatever you've got for an entire week, if not more. So that I will show you in the next episode, or when we get, not the next episode, or when we get to the point where we've got TMR, we've got everything we need for cows, pigs and sheep. I can also use the same system with the chickens. So it will be a little bit later. I just need to get all my crops together. Now the silage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make as much silage as I can. All the grass here next to the fields which you see, the periphery, I'm going to use the ones that I can around my field. Let me show you quickly on the map. Okay, so you see how much grass we've got around the fields here. There, there, there. We've got tons of grass. The entire periphery is yours on this map. So we're gonna make as much grass or hay. Now I'm not gonna go over the top and use the entire periphery. I'm just gonna like use just the portions around my field to be fair. Like that. Like here. And here. And then, okay, that one I've showed you. And then that one there. And this little bit here. To be fair, or I might cut this until here to use for hay. So what I'm going to do is cut the grass, make silage. You need silage for TMR, so some of it will go to our silo and a portion of it potentially I'm going to sell it at the biogas plant to make more money. Because once you sell that, you get your money at midnight, which I will also show in that episode, when you get paid for your silage at the biogas plant, or whatever you sell at the biogas plant. And then also you get digestate, which is a byproduct that's separated out of the silage. So you get paid for your silage which you sell, and you get a byproduct which is digestate. So by doing that, it's not cheating the system, it's part of the base game. You get paid and use that money to upgrade the equipment. I'm really thinking of buying a Case IH quad track for our big seeder and using a deer on this one, on this planter that you're currently seeing on screen. We'll just see how it goes. I want to upgrade to a point where we know, okay, equipment wise, I've got the best for the purposes that I needed to do. I've also received a few comments. I wanted to remove the help control screen in the top left, and a few comments asked me to leave it on. In one of the previous episodes, I accidentally stated my Instagram account name. And believe it or not, most of my messages I've received on there. So I won't make that mistake again. This one is almost done. So we've got barley, we've got wheat, barley and soybean going in. The next roundup I'm going to put oat, maybe sunflower, and we'll see what other one depending on what we need to do. Now this field was fallow before. Let me show you this quickly, how your crop rotation planner works. Say for example this field 10, you make it your rotation plan A. Set that as fallow. Then you go to barley, which you will see your yield percentage will be 1.14. As we go, it will drop 1.08. Sunflowers is not the best time to plant. Soybeans is up again. Potatoes is down. Poplar is up. So we're putting barley in the field now. If we want to put another crop, you'll see it drops drastically. So you need to go over cotton, which I will not do for now. So the next crop that will be best for this field is canola, sunflower, soybeans drops down, sugar beet, grass, sugarcane, carrots, onions, millet. Okay, millet dropped down again. So you need to check where yours is at its highest. So I've planted this here now. I will change my order. I'll show you how I'm going to do it just now. Let me just get this guy out of here. Fold that up. This guy is done. So let's get him back to the yard. So our barley is in the ground. As you can see as I drive along, it's a nice dark green, so our nitrogen level, let's check it quickly, should be perfect. It will show okay, I'm sure, and then you leave it for a few seconds. Yep. As you look at the bottom right, pH value is perfect, the nitrogen level is perfect, so I'm happy with that. Our yield will be awesome. Come now. Okay, now we're cracking on. It's very loud in there. That's why I know a lot of people prefer first person view, but the tractors, and I've set the vehicle volume down to 10%, it's still so loud you can't hear yourself think. I see this field is almost done now. Ooh, it's almost there. As you can see, it's missing here and there. I think it only missed that one spot, but I'll catch that up once it's done. I wanna get this farm to a point where it's self-sustainable. We've got all the crops we need for animals. Once the animals' crops are fully topped up, then we can start selling off some of the product. But until then, we're gonna push hard to get TMR. I will be adding as we go on. In future, I'm gonna add what's going on here? Why is this guy driving into the trees here? Oh, now we've got a situation here. Old Jimmy, I think he had a few cold ones last night. And I don't know. Where are we now? Let's check here. How did he end up all the way down here? That can't be right, surely. What's Jimmy doing down here? I'll have to go all the way. Oh my goodness. He is, I don't know what he's doing there. He shouldn't have been there. He should have been planting field 10. That's so weird. First time I've experienced that. Let's get on the road here, go back to our field. I think that was the last time that Jimmy worked on my farm. I think I must phone his boss and get him replaced. I'm sure he had a few before he came to work, because don't know what he was doing there down there in the forest line. Okay. I'm using a labor broker company for the recruitment of the staff that I use as helpers. And I think Jimmy just worked his last shift on my farm. So when I get a chance, I'll phone his boss. For now, I'll use another worker until his company can provide me with a permanent worker that I can leave on this machine with a seeder. Ah, goodness. I think he had a few cold brandies or a few beers or something. I don't know what happened there, but I'm not too impressed. As you can see, let's get this unfolded again. So Jimmy now does not work on our farm anymore. So we'll see who they will bring. Poor Jimmy. He tried so hard to get in to work for us on the farm, and now he parties, and I can't have that while I'm trying to run a farm. Okay, let's just do this. Let's see if it will. Should plant all the way. Yes, it is. That wasn't so nice of Jimmy to do that. I was wondering what's going on, because this one should be finished before field 10. Okay, so, any case, we've got the wheat going in. It's a good thing. I wanna pull the straw swaths out of it. Use the forage loader to pick the straw swaths up. We dump that directly into the silo. I will see some of the grass. I will just see what I'm gonna do. Some of the straw I might even turn into bales, square bales, which I think I'm gonna do. Then I'll show you how you use bales to feed animals or to put down as your bedding. There's so much that I'm gonna show you in the next upcoming videos. So we'll get to that. We have a square baler and a round baler at the moment. I think I might use half of this field for loose straw, and the half of the field I'll divide it depending on the amount of rows of swath lines that it leaves behind. I'll divide those lines. Half of it I'm going to pick up with a forage wagon, and the other half of that I'll turn into bales, straw bales. Those straw bales I'll show you how to use it for your animals, for the bedding or whatever you want to do, but I'll get to that in the upcoming videos when we get to that point. And then the grass situation, I want to buy 1 or 2 more fields so that we can do more crops and sort that out. I see it also missed a few down here. If you look to the right, you'll see there's like a little, I don't like stuff like that. So we'll run this manually across the field. It won't put seed or fertilizer down on its own if there's something planted like where the camera is now. Only when there's nothing, it will drop seed into that. So, it's precision planting at its best. I really hoped in this episode that we could get to the soybeans. I might do the soybeans in the beginning of the next episode, and then I'll start off with the cutting grass. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll do the soybean run or the soybean plant in the next episode, and we'll start with the grass situation to get all the grass mowed and windrowed and collected and so we'll get to it. I'll show you how I divide my things up to make hay, silage, grass, to get through everything. It's gonna be nice. I just need the ground temp to come up to a 15, then I'll be happy. Okay, I'm gonna show you now what I mean by it won't plant if it's already planted in that section. It will draw the lines on the field but it won't drop any seed down. I'll show you just now. Only where it missed, that's where you'll see the seed drop down slowly. Don't know why it's missing all the equipment. Something to do with the fields. It's not the equipment, it's not because the cultivator is doing it. Ooh, let's wait for that to pass. It's not, okay, we can go now. It's not the plow or the seeder. Everything does. The plow, the cultivator, the seeder. I don't know why. Okay. Let's check that out first. Okay, yeah. Turn on sower. We lower it down. Okay, let's get cracking. You'll see the seed won't drop. Or the fertilizer. Only when it passes parts that I haven't planted or fertilized yet, you'll see it drops down slowly. Let me just get this lined up while we're driving. It's on 10120, 10,120 seeds. As we pass over a certain part, it will drop down. 10,120. Okay, that didn't drop, it was too small. I'll show you in the next one when we go to the upper portion of this field. Okay, so lift that up, turn that off. Let's go to the top section, let me show you there. I'm really looking forward to the grass and the soybean planting. The grass is going to be a big deal because I'll have to make hay, silage, grass, everything that I can out of what we're going to get out of the field or periphery. Okay, so lower that, turn it on, let's get cracking. Send it. Okay, we're on 10,120 seeds. I'll try to keep that like that so that you can see it in the grass there. Was it here now? No. Turn that off. There it is. So, I nearly made a mistake now. So where the tracks are now on the field, that's where we're gonna go in. Brum brum brum. Look at this nice grass here that we're gonna cut. Oh my greatness. Okay, so that's in here. Lower it down, switch it on. Let's try attempt number 2. Okay, we're on 10,120 still. It won't put down any fertilizer or seed unless it picks up. I haven't planted over that section and it will drop down. Hopefully the seeds drop now. Yeah, 10,119. I don't like missed sections in the field. I think that was it. I don't see any other skipped parts here. I'll just let it run through in case. Okay. Pick that up. Switch it off. Fold it up. Let's get cracking back to the farm. Let's get out of the traffic line here. So what I'll do behind the scenes, or what I'll do in the background, is I'll be washing all our equipment, checking the services on them, refilling the diesel, so that we know the next episode the machines are up to standard, so that we can use it again. So I'll do that off screen. let me get this baby parked. Like I said, now off screen I will do the rest. Make sure that our equipment is full and it's serviced properly and maintained. Okay, the cedar should be enough. I'm happy with that for this episode. I will let this guy do what he needs to do. Where are we now with the percentage of the contract? 34. It's still gonna take a while. That's fine though. He can carry on. The payment there is good. So that's it for this episode, everybody. It was a short one, quick one, just to show you the two crops that we planted, how the nitrogen in them go. So yes, the next one we'll check soil. So, if you found any of the info or gameplay that you've seen useful, please, if you don't mind, give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. If you want to share this video, please be my guest. Please feel free to comment as well. And please guys, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my videos, my channel. I would really appreciate it. It will mean a lot to me. If I get enough subscribers, I will carry on making content. Soon I will be upgrading my microphone as well. I know my microphone isn't the best at the moment, but I will upgrade as we carry on. And that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy.